I feel like right now it's really mainstream compared to what it was back in like when we were like young growing up. You know, people never were really upfront about what they did. You understand? I feel like it's interesting how now people are now more open about their lifestyle. You know, and I think it's interesting. You know, I think it's a good conversation to kind of have, an adult conversation. Of course, I want everybody to kind of be mindful and just be respectful of everybody's personal opinion, views, the way they choose to live their lives. Well, right now, today, I have a very special guest with me to my right. We have Miss Lovely KJ.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, KJ. I love the hair.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
They are so beautiful tonight. I love it so much.
Yeah, so I want you to go ahead and just Let's just jump right into it. Ain't no need to sugarcoat nothing. Let's just get right into the conversation and I guess tell everybody about what you do and I guess just give us a backstory about how you got into your profession.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm a sex worker. I do OnlyFans content. Usually I incorporate cosplay into it because I'm a huge anime nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I make my own costumes and things like that. Sometimes I do art. It's just I am talented in a lot of really different things, and I'm trying to figure out how to like incorporate that within the sex work, because you know, it being sex work, a lot of people really only care about the sex of it all. Yeah, it's all that's ever really talked about when it's brought up is just the sex. Like nobody talks about the human being behind it, and it's really annoying at times.
So do you want to kind of establish that human being behind it? What do you mean so people can really understand like what you're trying to establish?
Yeah, like sex work is content, like saying being a content creator, that definitely falls in between it. Like even strippers, like they make those dances up, or some of them do, or you know, it's still a lot to learn how to spin on a pole and you know, and things like that. And people put in their own twang to it, you know, their own personality and stuff, like the roller skates and like that. It can be really, really beautiful, and people don't really focus on that.
Like how many people do you know that can swing and stay up?
Exactly.
Not I.
That upper body strength.
Yes.
Do you think we should focus more on the art behind sex work?
I do. And you know, as long as it's between two consenting adults, like, I don't understand the stigma behind it, you know?
I mean, the oldest profession.
Right.
Exactly.
Like,
That's
it's
the
not
oldest
new.
profession?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So the first profession was this
The
sex
first
worker.
profession was, listen, I got this Tootsie cat, you got 2 loaves of bread, I want your bread, what I gotta do for it?
So
If I trade you this,
That's a sex worker?
that's how things get started. That's what how we say the
Women
profession
are
got
always
started.
getting
That's
sold
not a fact.
throughout history.
Jesus had one across the street.
So who do you have a
Stop right
question?
there.
So let's
So I have a question, KJ, right?
Yeah,
Phony.
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you.
So my question is this, right? What actually got your interest, you know, to focus on the profession?
Mostly the pandemic. A lot of people.
So you like in your rookie year?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Yeah,
Then you're a vet?
I mean,
I'm not a veteran, but I mean, I'm not.
but this
new.
is good, so we know how you got started. So you say you
Yeah, so like my story really hasn't even begun yet. Like,
Right.
I'm really still trying to get out there and do these things.
Right.
Oh, wow.
But I mostly got started because I stopped. A lot of people lost their jobs during the pandemic, and you know, unemployment wasn't really kicking in for a lot of folks. That's me, you know. I couldn't let my house fall apart.
They still owe me.
So I figured.
So you got fans only?
Yeah.
You got a lot of fans?
Only
Oh,
fans.
my bad.
Such a fans only.
So you got a lot of fans?
Kind of, sorta.
What's kind of sort of
It works. She's happy. You good?
I mean, like I'm just
She
Not
got
really,
some,
because-
they coming back.
right. I'm trying to
As
see
of
how much,
lately,
you know,
as of lately, I haven't
Okay,
really been
so-
consistent with content. And, you know,
Oh,
Alright.
okay.
as
So
the
great.
customers do, you know, know when you're supposed to. You know, if you're paying for something, you want to see new things, and I haven't really put anything new out there. I'm still trying to figure out
So I have a question.
what I want to do.
So what did you do prior to, and then what made you get into OnlyFans and decide to start doing sex work?
It was a boyfriend of mine, not no offense, but just throwing it out there. But it seemed like the easiest way to make money at that point in time. And since I'm a cosplayer, I was like, that can appeal to a lot of people, and they do pay for things like that, and they pay for. Even if they don't give you the money, they will send you things that they want you to wear so that other people can pay to see you do the things that you do,
Okay. So kind of like the fetishes too then.
Yeah, exactly. Like I cater to a lot of custom work, and I do have a few loyal fans, but not as many as I had when I was like content.
To pretty much piggyback off of what she said, because I don't think a lot of people understand, and I actually watched it, I think it was on Netflix, about the whole sex working kind of scene. With OnlyFans, I think it was an OnlyFans kind of thing. It's not necessarily that you always have to be naked, right? Because there are celebrities that are doing OnlyFans just for their status, of course. So it's not that you're always being naked, or like you said, you get outfits and cosplay, like.
That's right. Like, I didn't know this when I first started out, that you didn't really have to be naked to have a fan base. Like, a lot of people use that because it did start off as like a sex work platform because it was private, and it was easier to keep track, and people can't have your information, or stuff like that. So it was easier for people to do sex work rather than like be face front into it, and especially with the pandemic going around, nobody really wanted to do all that anyway. So I did go that way with it, and I don't regret anything that I've done. It's out there on the internet, so I can't erase it. So.
Oh, so you don't do that no more?
I mean, I wouldn't say I wouldn't do it again, but I just haven't found a person that I want to touch me, to be honest with you.
Does anybody else have?
There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. But
I'm
So
about
it
to
was
get
just
one, bro.
strictly with one person
I
that
asked
you
a
were.
question. Does anybody else have an OnlyFans in here?
yeah.
No.
I'm about to get one. Somebody.
I'm gonna get one. I feel targeted.
We should ask Sarai that question, because we know
so
Sarai.
okay.
Sarai's about that life.
Okay,
You
hold on.
ain't shit.
So you got OnlyFans?
Sarai's about that life.
I'm about to
Hey,
get
Sarai.
Because Sarai is not
No,
about the
hey, is it
OnlyFans.
popular?
She's
Like,
just
how's
a
it like?
very
I will say this.
extroverted person.
I have always been very free with my sexuality, with my body. Like, I love myself, and I don't mind showing off myself. Like, I have no problem with that. So during the pandemic, because I guess that's where a lot of us got there, I'm like, these bitches can't be making this type of
Yo,
You're not-
what?
Let me see. So me, if you follow me, and I am Sarai, you do already know that I kind of post some scandalous stuff sometimes. So what I did was I did the opposite. I cleaned up my Instagram page. I took off all the scandalous stuff, and I made you pay for it. And to my surprise, it started coming in. It started coming in left and right. And I at first I only had it at like 777 because just spiritualist bitch. And then like a dude, one of my guy friends, like, what the fuck? Have you seen yourself, bro? If you don't make that shit $20 at least. He's like, so I know this ugly girl. He's like, I know this ugly girl. She charges 50, and I'm just like, but I'm not having sex with him. He's like, so I raised it to 20, and they stayed, and my numbers grew. And I mean, he was trying to put me on a business mindset.
Are you still doing it though?
I have not done it since about, I want to say like November, December. Okay. But it was like, my job, I work in IT, that's my day job, and they had us at home all day, and I live alone, just me and my little pup here. So I was like, I need something to do. So I did it, and to my surprise, it hit. It was like, I think my first month I maybe did like, it was like 3,500, but then my next month was like 11,000.
Yeah.
So first I'm like, what did I do with that money? Because, but my thing was, I was more so prancing around in lingerie. I installed like a stripper pole in my house. I was just playing on my pole and stuff. And then I would get messages like, how much to see you suck a dick? And I'm just like, wait, this is not that type of channel. Like, I want to see you get hit from the back. I got 300 right here.
300.
That's what I'm saying. And my only issue with OnlyFans, and this is the main reason that I stopped, is like you started to see people like creators, videos, and pictures get stolen, and now they pop up on Pornhub, and somebody else is benefiting from them. And I'm just like, wait, not my sexy, slutty shower video.
So KJ, you can agree with the same thing that
Yeah,
she said.
like I just learned
That's what
that
stopped me.
OnlyFans didn't really have the protection that
They don't have to.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about
did not
that
know
too.
about
Because
that.
certain
Just
sites,
found that
certain
out.
sites, they'll have it as soon as you start screen recording or screenshot, you're shut out. Like your profile is locked.
Yeah.
Like I want that type of level of security. Like if I do it, I don't want you to be able to steal my video and then you profit from it, and it's just like, what's the point of coming to my page?
But they have those locks though. They do. Like I tried to do it myself, and then it wouldn't let me take the content off my own page, my own content. You know, like like it was weird. Like people do find different ways to
Niggas
get
always gonna
around
find a
certain.
way.
Exactly.
If
Just
you
like
take another phone and record it.
what challenge was that? Was the Doja Cat challenge?
Back to the
Oh yeah,
streets,
that
the
was
street
so
silhouette.
amazing.
Silhouette challenge.
The
silhouette
challenge.
challenge.
People literally made a filter to like see women naked against.
And
their
they posted
consent.
a tutorial of how to reverse take off the red so you can see these women naked. Like that's already such an invasive. Like y'all messed it up for everybody. Because I literally was editing mine around the time that video came out, and I was like, okay, it never released. But me, I don't know. I'm just different though, because I've always been like around sex work if I wasn't in it directly. Like in college, all my friends were strippers, and then I wrecked my car and I only had liability, so I was like, hey, let me join too, you know. And I stripped for like 2-3 weeks, made like 4 bands, and got me a new car. And then I retired my clear heels. Like you see, I just basically
So let me
four
kind
different
of shift it back to Miss KJ here. So is OnlyFans the only platform that you do currently have, or do you maybe
I do
other stuff as
Instagram
well?
and like Twitter.
Well, no, I don't mean that.
or like
Sexual
that you make money from.
That you make money from, yeah.
Oh yeah, I had a full-time job as a customer service rep for an electric company, but I'm looking to relocate, so I'm trying to find jobs elsewhere.
So your main source of income is not really right now OnlyFans, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it wasn't just, it is right now, previously until not previously, continuously until I find something else to do. But
So would you consider doing other types of sex work?
Oh yeah, like that kind of comes with the territory. If you want to do sex work, like I came out as a person that does sex work, so like if I need to go fuck someone for the right price, yeah, that's fine. If they want a dance or a date or just a blowjob or whatever the fuck, you know, for the right price, then I got you.
Right. So have you done it before OnlyFans? Before the pandemic, has you ever dabbled in it?
No, I actually tried many times because I actually am really like open with my body, very sexual person. Like, if I wanted somebody, if they wanted me back, then I could have them. You know. So
Now, can I ask if you have any fears of it? Like, what was your one thing before stepping into it, because of everything that you've said as far as like other people screenshotting or anything? And I know everybody's against androids, but androids don't do that as far as screenshotting.
They suck.
Yeah. But now, like, was that anything that you feared walking into it, like as far as family goes?
Well, no, because I mean they can't really see, like, unless you post explicit content on like the regular social media platforms, then unless they actually go into the link and pay for it, then they really can't see anything. Well, that's how it's supposed to be, unless somebody steals your shit off Reddit and posts it all over there.
But did you put any teasers up on like your Instagram and then your
Yeah, but it was all like very tasteful, like
No hit, no fix, no case. Kind of thing.
Yeah, most of the time, or like pasties, or like edits, or like color blockers, and things like that, or like they're like nipple
nipple stickers.
Yeah.
The nipple sticker?
I'm a man, so I'm just asking.
Not everybody knows.
I didn't know that either.
Bro, I know what that is.
Good question, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let me ask you this, because I know it did for me, but I'm curious because I obviously didn't. I don't think did it on the same level as you did. But like, how did it affect your relationships? Well, yeah.
Because you said your boyfriend.
Good one.
Right, because you
You
said
said
boyfriend, you
something
said
about
now you have no
boyfriend.
one to do it with, so.
You didn't finish that.
Was that separate? Or?
Yeah, that was kind of separate. Like, the reason I started was because of him, but then getting inside of the relationship, realizing how unreliable and gross that he was, because I did, how people run into relationships and then not really do the research you're supposed to do in a person, and then you figure out what the
So you guys
person
had problems
So it was
outside of
unrelated.
it was kind of
It was
unrelated.
unrelated to it kind of was, but it wasn't, because then we would be unproductive trying to make content together because you're always
Right.
off doing some stupid shit.
Because you don't want to be
And,
on camera having sex with somebody you don't even want to talk to.
Right. True.
Right.
Exactly. So if I could find a solid partner without all the extra shit.
You already told us?
Until then, it's you.
I
yourself,
do a
and
lot
you.
of solo things though.
Yeah.
Like especially the cosplays. That's my cash cow. Like the fetish.
Can you explain cosplay? I'm still kind of.
Cosplay is like when you dress up as anime
Sarah,
characters.
let her explain it, because I know we know you're in it.
really
know you
big
love
thing.
I love
I
me
keep
some
hearing
cosplay.
about it. So.
Yeah, so if you're into anime, if you're into those type of cartoons, it's like a whole lifestyle.
Teen
you know what I'm saying?
Titans.
You're gonna know, like
Yeah.
even with anime characters in Japan, you can marry an anime character. My daughter is very much, she's 13, she loves anime, so I know all about this stuff. So yeah, so you can do certain things like that. So cosplayers, I see that they're like, once you into anime, like sometimes you could be like a little bit in it, like into it, but if you're into anime, you are into that shit. And they want to see you in your, like, she walks around all the time, she's 13, and she's like, I'm gonna marry this character and that character, and I'm like,
Girl.
really? I don't know, I could see you with like a dude years later, y'all just be dressing up as different characters, having the weirdest sex in the world, like.
That's the perfect. That's the in a perfect world. That's what I want.
Yes, so there is, it is a big, I would say a big,
Bro, where's your drink?
network for that. I don't know. It's a big community for cosplayers.
Like
So I
the
can
nerdy
see how- Yeah, I
I've
can see how
had
that
some of my
could.
best friends.
Part of my earlier,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't even know to call it sex work, but part of my earlier random shit I did to make money was, anyone familiar with Twitch? Where you
Yes.
play video games? I would go on Twitch, like cosplaying like sexy anime characters and play like not even very well, and it would be like ding, $5, ding, $25, ding, ding,
$100,
ding, and I'm
I
just
know.
like this, and until they got strict about that because they were like, hey, we want our platform to be about gaming.
They brought
And
it
then
back actually. It's
Did
called-
they?
Yeah,
Because
it's
I
called
was-
hot tub gaming, and I'm about to get into that shit too because I do be playing my
We
games.
go.
Now, question, I have a question. So I know a friend who said about following porn stars on like Instagram. He was like, I really don't want to see your life. Like Alexis, Texas. He was like, I don't want to follow her. Like, why do I want to see your kids? Why do I want to know what you eating today? I want to see you suck dick.
But that's why you don't follow them on Instagram. You follow them on Twitter, where you
No
can post
comment.
whatever the hell you want. They post.
Right, right. But do you feel like there's people like that, or you feel like people are like want to know everything about you?
It's a 50-50 actually. You could get somebody that's only interested in your ass, and then you can get somebody that's completely obsessed with you.
True.
And wants to know everything.
Right.
That's true.
It's like,
That's
what's
the
your
risk
real
that
name?
you put out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
That's
those are the
that
ones you have to
shit.
be careful with because like everything online, you're presenting a character basically. This is a persona, but you don't want it to get too close to real life because I've had people like literally like I was dating a guy and he bought me like a MacBook. We were in Best Buy and the guy helping us. My boyfriend, he was like, okay, I'm gonna go look at this. And I was like, okay, well, you go do that. And then as soon as he left, the guy was like, your name's like Sarai or Sari. And I was like, it's Sarai? What's up? He's like, I follow you on Instagram.
Oh,
I love your pictures. That can get creepy. What happens if he like takes his break and he follows me home?
Well, isn't that something that you expect though? When you
It's something you
are
have to
getting-
expect. It's something that you have to expect. But when she was saying like, do you get more people that want to see your life?
More
Usually
so.
those people are people that you don't want to know anything about your life. They want to know what's your real name. Oh, what side of town you live on? Oh, I live over there too.
Yeah.
So let me ask her this
Be
real quick, Felix. I'm sorry. So what's like the most creepiest request you've ever gotten from somebody?
Oh God.
I'm curious.
It's some weird stuff.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sure it gets real
It
weird.
involves fecal matter, and like they
baby.
want you to
Yeah.
shove weird inanimate objects.
Like
places
some,
that you
like
don't-
You're not
girls
into all
one
that kind of
cup
stuff,
type
are you?
thing.
Honestly.
Not really. I draw the line at fecal matter. and like.
Hey, what's that? Never mind.
No,
Really? Shit.
Oh,
How old are we?
no, KJ, was it more like a 2 girls 1 cup type deal?
Oh, come on, you see?
What is that?
He wants
People
you to-
are into that
If
kind
you
of
did
stuff.
not see that back in
I'm so
2000 and
confused.
like
Just
six,
don't-
boy, you
Oh, okay,
asked
never mind.
about
Watch
2 girls
it.
in a cup.
That's stuff at feet. That's
So-
stuff
Yeah,
at
like
feet.
they
So
want
my
me to
question.
play.
No, I've never seen it, but I know
Oh,
exactly what
really?
it's
Just
about.
like eat it.
You know, people do
You
have
rub
those.
it on?
Okay, yeah.
pictures and stuff
Let
like that,
KJ.
too?
Let KJ. Let
It's
KJ
so
finish.
bad. I don't.
So what were you saying?
I don't know.
She was saying
They be
that.
asking to do stuff with your sisters and stuff. And it's weird to pinpoint the creepiest thing that somebody
People
does.
actually do that kind of stuff with their sisters. Seriously.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, but there is a
Hold
market
on.
that people.
Don't you say it. Don't you say that. Don't you say their name. Don't you say
You
their
already
name.
know who
So
they
they
are.
really
not
They
do
know.
that.
What the
You
fuck?
better not.
What
You
are they?
better not.
McClare twins or something? Them too?
So
I don't
really
even
do
know if
stuff
they're
like that,
sisters.
girl.
It's a lot of sisters that actually.
Allegedly.
It's a lot of girls that would rather. I'm sure that they would rather have sex with their sister and then
Huh?
one with somebody
Than a
else.
random.
Only because if you think about it,
I gotta stop.
if you think about it, and I've always said this. Like a lot of people, my friends would be like, "Oh, why don't you fuck with your friends? Have you ever fucked with your friends?" And personally, I wouldn't. I know my friends, so I
know
know
what they do.
we go in a public class. I know which one of y'all sitting on that public toilet.
There you
I know
go.
what y'all doing. I know when your period was. I know
There
how
you
you
go.
care for your shit. So personally, I wouldn't mess with any of my friends. Not saying my friends are nasty. I just have certain
No.
things. Now,
You're
if
not
I
like
go
that.
out and mess with a random woman, I sit here and look at my friends like, "Did you do that? I would never touch you." Now, what I gotta do when I touch a random woman? So it's like other women might feel that's my sister, especially twins. That's my sister.
I know what
Like,
she
you know what
do.
I'm saying? I know who that is. I know what she doing. So it's a lot of sisters
I
that
can
be.
That's a
understand
lot.
doing
That's a
like
lot.
sexy stuff with your sister, like I guess like twin, like if you're twins, like twin cosplays or like twin looks or like like poses together, like.
The poses and stuff,
But
I don't mind.
The actual coitus, I don't.
Y'all know some bunch of sisters out here digging each other out.
Hey, chill.
I never knew that.
So,
Yes.
When I say you.
I
So-
was not being naive or anything. I just never knew that.
Yeah.
so do not be offended, okay? So my question is this:
Okay.
in the future, do you think that you would actually look back and regret going into this profession? Knowing the fact that of course, most people want kids and all that stuff. Do you think that you would actually regret it in the future? Like, have you thought about it?
Well, my future plans don't involve children, so I don't know if they might change. I don't think it's gonna change at all. But
So when you
as
gonna
far
retire?
as regretting it, is when I'm gonna retire. I don't know. I guess whenever I'm bored with it, I made enough money with it to just not even.
But I do want to ask a question because you said something about, the next job. Okay. Are you, because I know a lot of artists who have said, I'm going to quit everything else that I'm doing. I'm just going to focus on TikTok, focus on Instagram or anything. Instagram is probably not as big, but knowing that you're making a good amount of money than you did as a call representative or anything, is this something that you could see yourself just doing for a longer period of time until, like you said, you've already established that kids are probably not going to be in the near future. I don't know about relationship. If you get in a relationship, if this guy has a problem with it, is it something that you could say, okay, I'm going to go work back at the call center?
I honestly just for the multiple streams of income. Like I can do OnlyFans and I have done OnlyFans and focused straight on OnlyFans for a long time. Made a decent amount of money. I've done 9 to 5s for a decent amount of money. I've done both and I have more money. So like that's how I think about it.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
The main reason I stopped doing my OnlyFans, like the one that kind of hurt, I had this guy and he was everything I wanted, and he asked me, "Do you have an Instagram?" And I would be like, "No." He was like, "A beautiful young girl like you, I know you have an Instagram." And I was like, "Okay, but don't judge me." And he literally called off our date. He was just like, "You're not the type of woman that I would be with." He's like, "You have an OnlyFans."
Oh.
And I was just like,
Well, fuck
well,
him.
you're not the type of guy that I want to be with. He was so judgmental because you don't even know what's on that OnlyFans. Only thing that was on that OnlyFans was me prancing around doing bad strip tricks on my pole.
So then that would be my next
You know,
question
it's the
for-
same stuff that I was posting there, but I can't do anything but respect it. But it was just kind of like, what am I putting out there? Because I've always put stuff out there, and they've always come to my mom like, "You seen what your daughter posted?" Because I did my first nude shoot.
So now,
I did my
Sarai-
first nude shoot at
KJ
18.
and Sarai, let me ask you this question because of what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
When someone is pursuing you, is that one thing that you tell them first date?
Yeah, for me, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I've been single for a very long time on purpose, and then y'all know that meme where it's like, I don't think it's a joke anymore. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, because I'm trying to go back in the dating world. I don't know what the fuck going on out there right
No.
now.
Yeah, you're
I
not.
have a
But
question. Oh, no, go ahead.
No, but you know, if the situation arises, I will let them know that I have an OnlyFans and probably ask them to do shit with me on it. You know, because if you want, we
where
can
I'm
both
at.
be making money. You know,
I
and
love
you can
it.
make one too. You know, we can get shit popping around here.
You got to let them know something.
Yeah.
So I have
Okay,
a
does he have a
question.
question?
So when it comes to sex workers, do you feel like I see that a lot of them like probably will stay to what they're doing, whatever their niche is in the sex industry, whether it's OnlyFans, prostituting, stripping, whatever. Do you see like yourself like, okay, would you branch off to do other things like maybe your own line? You could do cosplay, masturbation toys. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever thought about like, you know, I'm doing this, let me expand my thing. You know what I'm saying? Because like for me, if I'm gonna do something, I want to be like, all right, well, what else can I do? And how can I get to do this?
Right.
So do y'all think like that?
Good idea.
Yeah,
Or not
totally.
y'all,
You think
I
how
would say you.
Superman's dick would probably look like? Superman.
Right.
I mean,
Like, you know what Naruto's dick might look like? Like
I've done
Naruto.
that. Exactly. And then-
We're not gonna have that conversation.
That's anime, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
Demon Slayer dicks and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, the hentai world, exactly.
Right.
And that's why the cosplay works out for me so well, because not only do you have regular anime characters that's good for everyone to see, you have this whole other world of complete smut
Yeah.
that you can just.
So I guess like what I
But,
really want to
yeah.
ask, do you have like you're doing it?
Future
Do you
endeavors.
have thoughts about going further with it just from
Totally.
doing that?
Like if I could say I make a line of shorts or like two pieces or like onesies and things like that. If I could figure out how to get the material and get a good design going where I'm not just pushing stuff out, yeah, I don't mind doing any of that. I actually like fashion a lot, and I draw and do things, and I could make my own designs if I
Creative.
chose to.
Everybody, yeah, that was my boundary. I wasn't even a dancer anyway. I had did it because I was just like, you know what, I'm bored, it's slow tonight, and I'm gonna do it. I felt comfortable at the time, but as soon as I walked out, it wasn't like I feel like I disgraced myself. It was just like, baby, you just made $100 and you set your boundary and you walked out and then you can leave home early. But I would never do it again because it's not for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't like men touching me. I don't like none of that. But now, if I were just personally, if I was doing that, I'd be like, listen, how can I get y'all ladies up in here and y'all in the bathroom? Me, not just no coochie, but what else can we do? You know? So that was my thing, and I agree with everybody doing what they got to do to pay for whatever it is they got to pay for, whether they want to buy a house.
Yeah.
So let me
whatever.
ask her now. I want to ask you this to kind of just circle the thing back and kind of round it up. And you can ask a question after, and we can round it up. But like as far as people like having some type of judgment against what you do, like how do you like? I guess how do you not let that be
Face it.
personal and you know, just keep going and not caring what anybody?
Pretty much not giving a shit.
You're not giving a right.
Sorry.
It's just an art of not giving a fuck.
Yeah, like ever since, I don't know what certain age it was, I can't really pinpoint it, but at some point in time, I realized that no matter what the fuck you're doing, somebody's always gonna have something to say about you. Regardless, you could be the priest of whatever deity you worship, whatever god that you praise, they're still gonna be like, why they got a nice car? All they do is preach, you know, stuff. Somebody's always gonna have something negative. You can't do nothing right for nothing. So just do what you want to do. That's the only problem that I have is if you're not doing what you want to do because of other people. As long as you're not harming nobody, or out here doing dumb shit,
Right.
But if you're doing what you want to do, you're not hurting nobody. Who cares? Because
Hurting
like,
yourself,
what are they
you don't do
doing?
it.
They don't got nothing else to do but to talk about what the fuck you're doing. I don't want to be like that. I really don't have shit else to do in my life than to talk about somebody else living their fucking life.
And Ivy,
That
what did you
means
have
they're
to
not
ask?
living
No,
their
I had a
damn
question
life.
for Ryan. She said, you said you had a guy that paid you to kick him in the nuts.
Oh Lord, goodness, I do
don't know
like.
what
I
stuff he
swear
be
you
on.
just
He
come up with
did.
the most
No,
Yes,
ridiculous.
he
bro, I
did.
fuck with you, pass that up. I didn't really hear that.
Yes, he wanted to be my slave. He would do whatever I told him to do. I would like kick him in the nuts. I would
Where did
beat
you
him.
find this person?
Huh?
Where did you find this person?
So when I was in college, like almost all of my friends were dancers, and I would just be around them, and guys would ask me for stuff, and like just like you were saying, I'd be like, I don't do that. I don't look down on no one who does, but I personally just don't do that. And they were like, oh, okay, well, are you interested in doing something else? Then I was like, wait a minute, what? And I kind of became like a mini fetish model, and guys would ask for weird stuff, and as long as I was cool with it, I took home the bag. And this particular guy, like I said, he was a pediatrician. He wanted to be talked down to. He wanted me to tell him his penis was small. He never tried to have sex with me. I would kick. Yeah, he's holding babies
Look at that.
by day, getting called a little bitch, little tiny cock, little fucker.
That's something that
disgusting.
But it do.
shit.
a lot
You
of
know,
us
heard
have
of
to
a
take into
dominatrix?
consideration.
That's
That's a
Exactly.
pediatrician, y'all.
they like it though.
Dom work is
He got
very much out there.
So that's
Have
how
you never heard of a
yeah,
dominatrix?
I
Don't
definitely
ask too
do
many
that.
questions.
Dom
I've
work,
heard of
you
it
call
before,
it?
but I
Dom
never
work?
met any
Dom
dominant
work,
person.
yeah.
That actually isn't good at you.
Fin Dom. There's a lot of names for it.
What's
There's
a
a lot of
femdom?
money in that too.
It's a lot of
It's
money.
a
You ever
full
dominated somebody?
domination.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah, a
What's
fin
her-
dom is like a full domination, it's full leather, completely
Oh, the ones that
empowering
look like
whoever they want. I mean, it's a lot because that type of world is simple, but it's not. Like it's complicated because
How was your domination experience like?
yeah, weird, but fun.
Like, what did you do then?
Like
Oh god.
people come
Okay.
to me.
Okay.
They
okay,
ask
I
me,
remember that.
especially because of my stature, because I'm a bigger girl, they want me to like throw them around. And
Shit.
I don't know if you guys know what pegging is. But
Yes.
yeah, I've done
Yeah,
that a
girl.
couple times.
Same.
And they want to dress up in like skirts and stuff. And then I'm also not, just straight. I'm a pansexual, so I deal with a lot of people.
Do your parents,
Oh.
does your family know what you do?
My mom has some idea of what I do. I think that she gets it from context, but I don't speak it out of my
But she
mouth.
won't actually ask you.
She asks vague questions that I give her vague answers to.
Do you have siblings?
I do. My older sibling, she also dabbles in the sex work and things like that. And my brother, he's out there just living life. He's
Doesn't even
he's
care.
a wild card.
Just do
That's
what you
your
gotta
brother?
do.
Just do what he do. I still live with her at this point in time. I ran into some trouble a couple of years back and never really got the chance to go back outside.
You know what?
So
I'm so sorry if anybody else, but do you find yourself getting into trouble with what you do?
it can be troublesome. Like I mentioned earlier, the people that get obsessed with you. And it's not okay if I was alone, but that's another thing about living with somebody that it's that extra security that somebody's not going to sneak in your house and do weird stuff to you. So but it still poses an issue that where my mom lives. You can do
Yeah.
what the fuck you
If
want.
anything, they say, I know we're not worried about her, but still, come invade your privacy.
Come invade my privacy, and
Yeah.
then my mom got to go to jail because she done killed somebody that broke into her house. Like
Okay, y'all.
Wow.
Thank you.
Y'all, let's just kind of take it back because we gotta go. Let's round this up. So, but I really did enjoy having this conversation. I think it's an interesting topic to kind of discuss and trying to get somebody who's actually in that industry, their perspective, and see
The insight.
the insight, because we can just look at it and have our own judgments, but actually talking to somebody who's actually, in the actual profession is very insightful. It's enlightening. I'm glad that you actually were able to come here today. I really do appreciate you.
I'm glad that
being
you
here.
asked.
Yeah, I really do. I really did enjoy the conversation. I really did. Yeah. But we gotta kind of round this up. So, but yeah, thank you so much for joining us today, and I really appreciate it.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
so
having
much.
me, everybody. This is awesome.
Can I ask one more question, please?
Look, I said, I don't even know what's about to come out.
I just want to ask.
What is the question?
So for those people, right? What is your advice for those people who actually want to
That's perfect.
get into this, profession?
be careful. You don't have to talk nobody into paying you. If they want to pay you, they'll just pay you.
There you go.
Feeling self-conscious leaves you out of money because they already don't see your insides. They know what you gotta do. With OnlyFans consistency, I've noticed that because I do like go in and out of me trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my content that I'm gonna put out, and then I stop my content for a while because I'm not gonna throw out anything. And not to say that it's bad, but for me, because I put a lot of time into it, they want it back to back to back to back to back. So if you take a break, that means a break of money, and that can be a little stressful if you don't have a second income, which is why I like to have a second income because burnouts do happen, and you don't want to be out of money.